Hello, welcome to this week's tutorial. So it's the first one filmed back in the clinic, so we're really happy to be back in work. This week we're going to go through the Pilates circle. So if you don't have a circle, you can use a pillow at home. These circles are great for working your adductors, the groin muscles on the inside of your thigh. When you squeeze the circle together, those muscles contract, and it's really important we don't forget those muscles. When you look at the thighs, you've got the quads, the big muscles on the front, the glutes on the back of the hips, which come down the side of the thighs through the IT band. You've got the hamstrings on the back of the thighs, and they're all big, chunky muscles. On the inside, you've got your adductors, or your groin muscles, and they're very small muscles in comparison to the others. They're still quite big and quite large in comparison to the rest of the body, but the thighs are a big, chunky part of the body, and they're small in comparison to the other ones around it. So these circles are great to work down so you don't miss out and strengthen those muscles. They get injured quite a lot in soccer players when they're twisting and turning, GAA, hurling as well, rugby players too. A lot of ice hockey players, not so important in Ireland, but it's really important to get them working. And then also, when you contract those muscles, you work your pelvic floor muscles, and they're in the base of your abdomen. So your abdomen is like a Coke can. The front is your rectus abdominis, the sides is your oblique muscles, the back is your lower back muscles, the extensor muscles, the paravertebrals. You've got your diaphragm at the top of the can, and the bottom of the can is your pelvic floor muscles. And your core is only as strong as the weakest wall in that. So it doesn't matter how strong the rest of them are, the core is only as strong as its weakest point. So we have to make sure you work the adductors for the thighs and also the groin muscles. So the circle is great to do that. And there's one really important technique that I'm going to show you now. So we're going to grab the circle with a cushion if you have it at home. You're going to lie down on your back. We're resting the head onto our block. We're going to imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, circle between the thighs. So, I've switched my position so you can see it from my point of view. When you look down at your legs, you should see that the shins are parallel to each other. The knees shouldn't point out with the feet pointing in, and the knees shouldn't point in with the feet pointing out. You want to try and keep the shins as parallel as possible in the start position with the spine imprinted. Then we're going to drop the right leg out to the side and make sure the foot comes with the knee, comes back in, left leg and foot out to the side, and then back in. What we don't want to happen is just the knees to go out and the feet to stay where they are. So we want to make sure the shins always stay parallel, the knee and the foot move in and out together. Grab the circle and then bring the feet down. So I'm jumping around a lot in this video today, but it's important that you see it from that point of view. You see that your shins are always parallel as you do these exercises. You don't want the knees dropping out, leaving the feet behind, and you don't want the knees squeezing in too much, and again leaving the feet behind and leaving them out to the side this time. It's important the shins stay parallel the whole time. And the reason that's important is because when the foot is hovering, it's what's called an open chain position. So the foot doesn't have anything attached, or the foot isn't attached to anything in the distal part of it. So around the foot, it's not touching the ground, it's not touching a wall. And when the foot is hovering in air like that, it's the hardest position for the muscles in the hip and the core to create stability. At least when the foot has contact with the ground, it can work with that. It can create a point of contact and the rest of the body can move around that. When the foot is hovering, the body loses that and creates a lot more difficulty for the hip muscles, the core muscles to stabilise. So it's important that we bring that in and we start to think about that. It means that when you're running or you're walking, your foot is in a nice position as it's in the air, and then when it hits the ground, it's already in a good position, as opposed to being in a bad position when it comes through the air, hits the ground, has to correct and then move you forward. So it decreases your risk of injuries. If you have any questions, contact the clinic on Pilates at reboundsphysiotherapy.ie. See you soon, bye bye.